Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The bold and the beautiful spoilers reveal there are 3 must-see moments for the week of July 21, 2025. Fans can expect John Finn Finnegan, Tanner Novlan, to be suspicious about Liam Spencer's Scott Clifton miracle. However, Grace Buckingham, Cassandra Creech, might be in hot water already. Meanwhile, Sheila Carter-Sharp, Kimberlyn Brown, pays a visit to Liam and Steffy Forrester Finnegan, Jacqueline Missins Wood. Let's start off with Liam, who just went through Grace and her colleagues' experimental procedure. It clearly wasn't legal, which explains why Grace released Liam without informing anyone but Bill Spencer. Don Diamante. Grace claims that the procedure was a success and sent Bill before and after MRI scans of Liam's brain. Now the scans show that the tumor is all gone. However, was the before image really Liam's tumor-ridden brain? Or could that image belong to someone else? Someone who actually did have a brain tumor. Bill did send Grace a wire for $1 million. Grace was also getting those phone calls, and she said it's happening now. So I think Grace is being blackmailed or pressured by whoever is leading this procedure. Maybe Grace is in debt or has a gambling addiction or something that makes her feel compelled to take such a risk. In any case, Finn is happy that Liam is going to recover, but he is suspicious. Finn asked for literature or numbers from Bill. However, Bill couldn't even remember the name of the doctor who helped Grace with the procedure. The bold and the beautiful spoilers reveal that another must-see moment centers on Grace. Finn will clearly tell Bridget Forrester, Ashley Jones, what he found out. Finn is the type of man that would confront Grace later and question her about the procedure. However, Grace might be dismissive or claim she has to go before answering too many questions. There is also an episodic photo on Reddit that shows Sheila showing off her 8 toes to Liam and Steffy. Sheila is in Liam's room at Bill's mansion, so clearly she was approved to come for a visit. I wonder if Steffy and Sheila's relationship will change now that she has tried to save her from Luma Nozawa, Lisa Yamada. At the very least, Sheila is entertaining. The week of July 21 on the bold and the beautiful promised fireworks. But what actually played out was even more explosive than fans imagined. The blend of nostalgia, secrets, and jaw-dropping turns created a cascade of emotionally rich and suspenseful scenes that had everyone glued to their screens. From a long-awaited reunion that healed 2 fractured families, to a confession that could destroy a Forrester dynasty, and a kiss that shook the very core of a new couple's foundation, this week wasn't just about pretty gowns and cliffside kisses. It was a full-throttle emotional thrill ride. Here are the 3 must-see bold and the beautiful moments of the week of July 21, broken down with all the drama, layers, and implications for what's to come. Kelly and Beth reunite, and trigger Hope's most painful truth. For fans of longtime rivalries and the next generation of Forresters, Spencers, and Logans, the tear-filled reunion between Beth and Kelly was everything. While the adults tried to keep their issues buried under polite smiles and designer jackets, the 2 girls' reunion hit everyone harder than expected, especially Hope. The playground scene that melted hearts. It started with a simple playdate, Steffy extending the olive branch to Hope after weeks of cold-shouldered interactions. Liam had quietly encouraged it, gently reminding both women that their daughters needed each other now more than ever. The girls had grown apart, victims of their mother's drama and their father's indecision. When Kelly and Beth saw each other for the first time in months at the Forrester guest house playground, the moment was pure gold. They screamed, giggled, and hugged as if no time had passed. Steffy and Hope watched on in stunned silence. A single line from Beth, "I missed you every day," broke Hope's composure. Hope breaks down behind closed doors. After escorting the girls to the kitchen for juice boxes and cookies, Steffy offered Hope an awkward but sincere smile. "They love each other," she said simply. Hope nodded, blinking back tears. "I thought I was doing the right thing, protecting Beth from all of this." but maybe I was protecting myself. That confession opened a floodgate. Hope later broke down in the cabin, admitting to Brooke that seeing Beth and Kelly happy again reminded her how isolated she'd become, how much she'd buried her own guilt over the collapse of her family. It wasn't just about Liam anymore. It was about the choices she made in her silence. This single moment set the stage for a new side of Hope, one grappling with accountability, not just heartbreak. And it stirred up painful questions. Is Hope prepared to admit that her pride helped push Liam away? And is she truly done fighting for the life she once dreamed of? Eric Forrester's stunning announcement. A legacy handed down, or torn apart? In true Forrester fashion, the week brought high-fashion drama and family power moves. As Eric Forrester dropped a bombshell announcement that left Jaws on the floor, and Ridge stunned into silence. A family gathering with an agenda. Eric called an impromptu lunch at the Forrester mansion, summoning Ridge, Steffi, Thomas, and even Zend, along with Donna and Brooke, to be present. The table was adorned with fresh hydrangeas, champagne on ice, and a gold-trimmed Forrester crest in the center. It felt like the lead-up to an awards ceremony, not a family meal. When Ridge asked what the occasion was, Eric lifted his glass. I'm stepping back from all formal duties. This is my time now. But more importantly, I'm choosing a successor. Officially, you could hear the champagne bubbles pop before anyone spoke. Thomas's eyes widened. Steffi clutched her water glass tighter. Zen shifted in his seat. And Ridge, he went pale. The shocked decision no one saw coming. I've made my choice, Eric said, as Donna squeezed his hand in support. And I'm giving the creative helm of Forrester to Zend. Absolute silence followed. Zend looked stunned. Thomas's jaw clenched. Steffi leaned forward, confused. Zend? Over. Thomas? Ridge finally spoke. Dad, are you sure about this? Eric nodded. Zendi has the humility, creativity, and vision this company needs to stay modern. Thomas is talented, but he hasn't earned back my trust completely. Not yet. Zend, emotional and overwhelmed, accepted with grace. But Thomas' fury was written across his face. In private, he later told Hope that this was just another example of the Forresters punishing him for sins he's long paid for. Fallout incoming. This bombshell reignited old wounds. Steffi is torn between loyalty to her brother and her business instincts. Ridge is caught between supporting his father's decision and managing his son's inevitable outburst. Expect a revenge plot from Thomas, and possibly a manipulative partnership forming between him and someone equally power-hungry, like Poppy or even Ivy. The war for Forrester Creations has been reignited, and Eric's peaceful legacy handoff could become the spark for a full-blown Forrester civil war. Ivy's longing turns explosive, and Nick's kiss changes everything. While Grace, Luna, and Finn grappled with medical mysteries and tangled relationships, Ivy Forrester quietly re-emerged into the spotlight, and boy, did she make an entrance. Ivy and Hope's unexpected confession session. In a surprisingly warm moment, Ivy found herself bonding with Hope. Over coffee at El Giardino, the two women, once rivals over Liam, shared stories of heartbreak, ambition, and identity. Ivy admitted she never truly got over her time in Los Angeles. I left because I thought I didn't belong. But lately, it feels like I left something unfinished, Ivy confessed, swirling her cappuccino. Hope, a bit glassy-eyed, replied, that feeling, it never goes away, does it? Their exchange hinted at more than nostalgia. Ivy clearly harbored deep feelings still, but not necessarily for Liam. Hope asked the question many fans were thinking. Is it Liam you're thinking about, or someone else? Ivy didn't answer, but her eyes gave it away. Nick and Ivy's passion ignites. Enter Nick Marone, who had been spending more time at Forrester thanks to Eric's invitation to consult on the men's fragrance line. Ivy and Nick's banter had already been electric, and this week, things boiled over. In the design office late one evening, Ivy was adjusting a mannequin when Nick walked in, shirt unbuttoned at the collar, that trademark swagger on display. "You got an eye for elegance," he said. "But you always did. You used to call me the fierce Aussie firecracker," Ivy teased. "I wasn't wrong," Nick replied, stepping closer. They shared a long look. The silence felt like it lasted a lifetime. And then, the kiss. It wasn't rushed. It was slow, deliberate, electric. Ivy pulled away, breathless. "This changes everything." Nick simply smiled. "Good. The complication, it always comes. Of course, nothing's ever simple." Ivy's lingering connection to Liam hasn't gone unnoticed. Steffi, having clocked Nick and Ivy together, cornered her cousin in the steam room the next day. "Liam's finally finding peace," Steffi warned. "Don't pull him back into your orbit if you're not serious." But is Ivy serious about Nick? Or is she confusing comfort with closure? This love triangle could become a square. And it's only a matter of time before someone, probably Brooke or Ridge, starts connecting the dots. Nick and Ivy could be the shakeup this show needs, or a ticking time bomb that blows up 3 relationships at once. If you thought this week was explosive, wait until you see what's coming. Finn receives a file from Bill Spencer that could change how he sees Sheila forever. Brooke overhears a conversation between Grace and Bridget that leaves her asking questions about Grace's past. Liam has a flashback of something Ivy said, and it triggers an entirely new theory about his memory loss. Steffi catches Thomas and Ivy whispering late at night. Are they teaming up for business or for revenge? And Poppy's mysterious meeting in Genoa City may tie the Forresters to another soap entirely. Final thoughts. The week of July 21 wasn't just about plot, it was about characters rediscovering themselves. Hope saw her reflection in Beth. Eric saw legacy in Zend. Ivy saw desire in Nick. And each of them made choices that will echo for weeks, maybe even months, to come. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our Boldy and BAUTIFUL UPDAT YouTube channel for more update news.